Happy Tuesday. Pastor Kevin here with Advent for Everyone. The story, the healing of the paralytic, is today's story. And I think it's a really interesting point of emphasis that N.T. Wright has in this passage when he starts and talks about the idea that Jesus comes with a different kind of authority. He talks about these different authority words that we have, that we kind of connote negatively in our way of thinking, and then Wright provides this other way of seeing things, maybe an authority that's a force that has nothing to do with violence and everything to do with the strange, compelling power of freedom and love. Let's have some of that, you say. Well, that's what's on offer in the gospel, Wright says. And what's interesting that we always notice in this passage is that Jesus doesn't first heal the man. What he says is, your sins are forgiven. Literally, this idea in Jewish sense was to put one's sins away, or to send them away far beyond where they could even be remembered, which is just an amazing thing that Jesus does here. And the reason why he does it, Wright says, is that what Jesus is doing is addressing the key problem. Jesus saw the problem of this man's life as his sin, his sinfulness, his guilt that had overcome him, is what had led to his paralysis somehow, or at least that's the take of it in this text. And this man's guilt then and shame were so deep and so deeply embedded that then they led to physical malady. So what Jesus was doing was addressing the actual issue, the sinfulness, the darkness within the man, knowing that from there then the man could be healed. And in fact, then when the man is healed, when this sin has been dealt with, then we find these words like get up or rise up, these words that in Greek would actually come to mean the same words that are used for resurrection. And as people who are reading this after the resurrection, Matthew expects us to hear language about resurrection, that when sin is dealt with in our lives, when it is sent away, when it is handled, then in fact resurrection becomes the inevitable result. What an amazing gift that Jesus offers us, not only in healing of sin, but in dealing with that, sending it far away and leading us into a life of resurrection. God bless you today.